You're gonna hate this, Indy. Indiana, lay down. Alright, let's see. Microphone's good. Oh, okay. Bye, Indiana. You gonna lay down? Okay. Alright, well, she'd been a goober, but that's okay. Go ahead and lay down, Indy. Where's the zoom on that? There. Oh, nope. Yeah, sure. Cool. No, I don't know what my dog's doing, but there's going to be a camera for her if she comes and lays down. I should have bought an extra large monster handle brush for this. A big grippy do. But I'm also sure that as soon as the airbrush starts going, she's not going to want to be down here. Oh, there she comes. Hi, Indy. Are you sniffing the camera? Oh, that's super glue. There's what I'm looking for. It's okay. Good girl. Good touch. Go and lay down. Go lay down, Indy. You know, this is like super serious music. You know, it's not as dark as I was hoping it would be. It's okay. Boy. You can really tell that my needle got bent. I should just make this guy look like Simba. No, I don't think my dog's coming back down. She definitely does not like the airbrush compressor. Hello. Hey, how's it going? Alright, cool. I can, but I don't think the stream can, so give me just a second. No, it's not on your end. It's on my end. I just put paint into the airbrush, so let me finish this off real quick. Yep. Yeah, I gotta paint this Manticore, and I'm just trying to like figure out how I can do this a little quicker. So yeah. Yerp. Let's see. Discord properties, capture window. All right. Can you say something?
Hello.
Oh, okay.
My name is Nix.
Yeah. All right. Give me a sec. I had to lower the volume, but.
Well, I was really loud when I said that first line.
No, it's okay. Yep. All right. All right. Give me the old 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2 gluten nachos, my friend.
All right. Looks like we're good. Cool. All right.
Nice. Sick, nasty.
Yeah, I'm. One of the guys at the shop wanted me to paint up a Manticore. He also wants me to paint up his dragon. But I was like, well, why don't we like? Let's do one. I was like, you know, it's gonna take me probably a couple weeks, probably close to a month, to get them all painted. And then I'm also like, but if I can get these done quickly, I can start working
a
on
cool
other
Manticore.
projects. Yeah, it's I don't know who sculpted it. I know it's 3D printed. Because I primed this thing, so I saw what it looked like beforehand. Man, I am just blitzing through this this air paint that I bought tonight.
Oh, did you buy that earlier?
Yeah.
Ah.
It's not as like brown as like the it's not as brown as the thing kind of made it out to be. But like 2 coats of this thing's working out pretty well.
Yeah, I like that like gold brown. It kind of makes sense for a creature that is part lion.
Yeah, that was my thought process too. And I was looking up like some old like some photos of like the official models, and there's one that's like almost this exact shade.
Nice.
So
It's very Simba.
I was legitimately thinking I might paint this guy to look a little bit like Simba.
Nice.
Would I be me if I didn't throw a Disney reference in for my wife?
Okay, until you said for your wife, I was gonna say, yeah.
Alright, I think a little bit more and I should be okay.
Remember how I had mentioned that tank character?
Yeah, yeah.
So not only was he only in a single issue of Ironheart, he was in Ironheart 2019 number 6.
Is he only in like 2 panels?
He was the bad guy,
Nice! Let's go!
and he died.
Damn.
Like that shouldn't stop him because Krakoa happened, but like,
But yeah, that's really funny.
I'm like, what a deep cut from this writer, and not deep necessarily, but like off the beaten path.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Thorne is the writer who did some writing on like TV shows.
Oh, cool.
He also has some other comic work under his belt, but like he was showrunner on Avengers Black Panther's Quest, which was a Disney Plus television series. But he worked on Star Trek The Next Generation. He worked on Law and Order Criminal Intent, Leverage seasons 3, 4, and 5, The Librarians season 1 and 2. I think like a Magnum PI reboot?
There was a Magnum PI reboot.
Yeah, looks like he worked on that briefly.
I was like, to my knowledge, it didn't last long.
Yeah, final episode was actually this year, though.
Oh, okay.
It was January 3rd this year, so it was barely this year. Interesting. He also worked on 2 different Ben 10 shows, which is interesting. I used to really like that show when I was a kid.
I think everyone did.
Yeah, but he worked on Ultimate Alien and Omniverse. The ones that happened after I stopped watching.
Ah.
I feel like every writer that has ever worked in TV has worked on a Law and Order at some point.
Makes sense.
It's totally, yeah, you gotta like cut your teeth there or something.
If you don't get the Dick Wolf howl of approval, then are you really a TV writer?
The Dick Wolf howl of approval.
Mm-hmm.
Can I swear here? This is your channel, right?
Yeah, you can absolutely swear on my channel.
Okay. Heck.
Tarnation, even.
Ooh. Heavens.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, an actual, like, comprehensive list of all the mutants with Omega level powers.
Oh.
Yeah, there was one at the very beginning of the Krakoan era, but then like they introduced like the whole Araco group,
Yeah.
which made things a little weird.
Fair.
But you know, I don't know if like it seems weird to be like Sobunar is an Omega level mutant. Well, what's his power? Ocean blood.
Me too. Oh, ocean blood, not bleeds for the oceans. Okay,
No, well, he bleeds and oceans come out.
that's true.
He contains within him oceans.
I think so. Oh, actually, I gotta turn that off. I had a I had a camera on Indiana,
Yeah, I saw the Indie Cam.
but she does not like the compressor, which that tracks.
Oh, that's fair. Indie Cam 500, by the way.
Yeah,
If you get a graphic that just says that.
that was almost really bad. Alright, so some of this still needs to dry a little bit, but I think I can start doing some of the lighter. I think I'm gonna wash it first. I think I'm gonna use dark tone.
Nice.
I was thinking soft tone, but
I think the dark tone will make it look really severe and cool.
yeah, because then so like this is the I'm using the Army Painter Baron Yellow for the base coat, and then the other paint that I picked up is the Army Painter Yellow Dune.
Sponsor us, Army Painter.
Yeah, Army Painter, not a sponsor, just a good product.
Yeah, to all the I'm the only one watching, I'm fairly certain.
Probably. I had a couple of people watching the other night, but that was like few and far between.
Did you pick up my typing on the mic?
Go ahead and type, but don't say anything.
Okay, hold on.
If you're typing right now, no.
Okay, cool. I was worried about that.
Nah, it's alright.
Chase always complains about me clickety-clacking when we talk.
Discord's pretty good about, like, outside sounds. I feel like I should have thinned this a little bit, but whatever.
I don't know. I think it looks good so
I think
far.
I think it does too.
There's a color blocking though too. I mean, it's not like
Yeah, this is not the detail work.
yeah.
Oh, there we go. I was like,
Are you gonna do like a darker scorpion-y color for the scorpion tail?
I think so.
Something like a real dark like blue could look really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have thinned the wash a little bit because it's getting a little clogged.
I'm gonna advertise your stream a little bit.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Actually, I think I need to... definitely trim this a bit. This is not the way to be doing this, but...
Okay, I just sent that to 2 servers and my friend Joe, the comics writer.
Oh. Did you tell Joe that I'm not likely going to be discussing comics?
Yeah, I said not an official stream, but Tom's painting a Manticore and I'm chatting. That's all. Oh, there's somebody else here. Hello.
Hello. Wait, is there a chat that I missed, or just a
No,
viewer count?
nobody in the chat, but I see a 2 in the
Ah.
viewer count. It was 1 earlier.
Shoot, yeah, this is not working out. It's just too thick of a wash. Hey, Kaiser, how's it going? Long time no see, buddy.
Nice. Friends are here.
I used to play fighting games with him.
Nice. I'm bad at those.
Me too. We all are, though.
Well,
Just living. Alright. I'm glad to still hear that that's happening. You playing any Uni 2? If it stops, I'll let you know. Thank you for keeping me in your thoughts when living ends.
Yeah.
I hope to be there with a casserole. Oh yeah, that was dumb. I should have gone and gotten the alcohol instead of the lacquer thinner.
Oops.
It's okay.
I realized when I got home I can't easily place where Tristan dice are currently.
That's not good. It's not in your bag?
I'll find them. I'll find them before next weekend. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Well, you could play Tekken with me. I'm bad at Tekken, but you can play Tekken with me. I have it. You're still on Florida main internet, though, right?
Ooh, Florida man internet.
Oh, this is
It's similar
real.
to Brazilian fan internet.
It's close.
That's the only fighting game joke I know.
Oh, bummer. I mean, you and I never had issues playing, so.
Because Florida is just South Ohio.
And we're just North Florida.
Yeah, so we're basically the same place, which is why the internet likes each other.
Sounds about right.
I'm fairly certain that's how internet works.
That was stupid of me. I should have gone and gotten the alcohol.
You know, these things happen.
I kind of ran into this issue on Monday, and you think I would have learned from it.
Learning's for squares.
Oh, that is a that is a big chunk of globbed up wash.
No.
You'll see, I don't know if you can see into the camera or if it'll show up, but there's just like, looks like a giant booger at the bottom of my cup.
Ew. Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah, that is the apparently that is an unfortunate side effect of lacquer thinner and acrylic paint. So yeah, and I'm trying to find a pair of tweezers so I can just pull it out of there. All I have is this file, so oh, sculpting tool. There we go.
There's tweezers in my case if you need them.
That's all right. I've got tweezers around here too. Whoop, that was dumb.
I bought like a whole like set off of like
Temu.
Temu or Wish from
Yeah.
forever ago. And like they don't need to be good, they just need to work.
Yeah.
And it's not like the average tweezer will burst into flames.
If it did, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a feature.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I seem to have cleared the clog. I'm gonna run into the other room real quick, and
I'll entertain people.
actually, while I'm doing this, welcome to Powers and Responsibilities.
What?
Give me a sec.
Are you doing something?
Yep.
Oh heavens.
There you go.
Whoa.
Alright, I'll be right back.
That's crazy. Hi, friends. Friend. Huh. Honestly, Kaiser, I did not expect to see you respond to me. So that made me smile. Thank you. I'm Alf's friend Nix. We know each other in the real world. Yeah, I know, right? It's pretty nasty, the real life thing. You can blame his wife, though. I knew her first.
I would never
Well, I
go
don't
there
know.
either.
You should sometimes. Like if somebody said, "Who cooked this delicious meal?" You would get to say, "Ugh, Kira did it."
Well, I might be done with the airbrush sooner rather than later.
Oh,
It's just being
it's
clogged.
heck.
It's okay. I went and found we don't have any isopropyl alcohol, which is a bit of a problem. I need to get some.
I only have 70%.
Yeah, I need to buy some 99%.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, you need like the good shit.
Yeah. I just have some like general 70% for like first aid use.
Yeah. I had some 99% for my 3D printer.
Kaiser!
Please, Kaiser. You know you hate Disney too much to catch her on the rebound.
Yeah, it's kind of a deal breaker for her, to be honest.
It was almost a deal breaker for us.
It was almost a deal breaker for me, and I'm just her best friend.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's just try painting this. Though we all know that if I fumble the bag, I'm just gonna die. Like, her mom is just gonna kill me.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah?
Yeah, the wrath of Terry. I realized halfway through that statement that I probably shouldn't be saying full names.
That's usually a good idea. Alright, so it looks like we're back in business, but I'm not gonna use the wash.
I can trust Kaiser, but I can't trust anybody who might have access to this VOD later.
Brave of you to trust Kaiser.
Oh, he said hi to me. Oh, okay, well, if you put it that way. I implicitly trust anybody who's even a little nice to me.
It might be why you make friends easy.
Yeah, you know. That's only a slight exaggeration. Yeah, that light yellow is nice. I never got the hang of airbrushing, but admittedly, when Emily tried to teach me, we only did it once, and I was nervous the entire time.
I mean, I'm still pretty nervous, so... And I've had this thing for like 12 years.
I just can't wait to be Kingslayer.
The worst part is, I'm painting this knowing that it's going to be across the table and kicking my ass.
Oh, that is always a feel bad. Is that a guy on his back?
Yeah. So
Okay,
this
I
is...
couldn't.
So the Manticore here is a mount for this dark elf.
That's kind of sick, though.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool.
Yep.
I don't think I'd trust a Manticore, though. Having that tail behind me at all times would really unsettle me. Also, they're probably, like, strictly carnivorous.
Yeah, probably.
And, like... Yeah, I just don't think they'd make great mounts, to be perfectly honest. Not like the noble, regular horse.
Well, I play dwarves, so I don't get either of those things.
Oh yeah, you just get like shield carriers,
Yep.
which is also sick.
I get ponies as well, but not in combat purposes.
Oh,
They'll use them for like traveling and carrying things like across long distances, but not for combat.
that makes sense. Enough sense. They sure do like also small creatures.
Mm-hmm.
They should like domesticate bears.
So, Games Workshop has a somewhat competitor in the market space. They're called Mantic Games. And they were like started by like an ex GW employee or somebody that just kind of worked in games for in and around the Nottingham area for a long time, and they worked with Emily and I on some stuff, and so their dwarves ride giant badgers.
That's fine.
You could paint them to look like bears.
Yeah, I just feel like badgers again don't strike me as a creature I could train to reliably be a mount.
That's fair.
The good news is I don't think they would be as willing to maul me because they're mostly insectivores. But like, they're ornery.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Kaiser, ponies, but no cutie marks. Sorry to break your spirits.
When I think of like a manticore's wings, I think of like a red leathery.
I may do something like that. I'm just trying to kind of block out some of the colors and sort of see where I'm thinking about it.
I getcha.
Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is. Yeah,
But I guess. Oh, and then you could, instead of doing like a dark blue tail that's like nearly black, you could do like a dark red tail,
Yeah.
like a red brown. Like oh, there's some like scary scorpions that are that color. Yeah. Like this, I'm gonna post a spoilered image in our in the mini pics channel. That way, it doesn't have to have like all three primary colors in weird ways. Yellow fur, red wings, blue tail. Unless you're going for a thing, constraining the color palette's generally a good idea.
Yeah.
Not that I would know. I'm not really a great painter.
Ah, you're a fine painter.
I'm a tabletop quality painter.
I mean, so am I.
Okay, but don't put me on your level. Because we're not. You're definitely decidedly better at this than I am.
I've just been doing it longer.
Yeah, but like you still do like nice stuff.
It's mostly just years of figuring out little tricks and whatnot.
Don't even start about the whatnot. I know you.
Alright, I think I'm actually gonna go in and I'm gonna wash the yellow by hand.
Hello, third person.
I like how you're watching my chat numbers.
Well, I'm moderating.
I know. Alright. Yeah, I had to go into the other room because, well, we don't have any alcohol. I have some airbrush cleaner. But, like, it's mid as hell. It's also been partially open for at least the last 6 months. And laying on the floor.
Oops.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What are you up to? Still playing Fallout?
No, I haven't even started. I'm
Oh.
just sitting here
Oh.
watching you paint.
That's fair. Yeah, I figured I was like, oh, well, you're probably playing Fallout, so, like, if I just, if I tell you to come into the Discord call, that way you can hang out, have fun, and play Fallout at the same time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start. But I'm also enjoying watching you paint.
That's fair. Oops.
Oh, a message I sent caused Kira's hand to twitch as she was sipping a glass of wine, which caused an unfortunate message-based catastrophe.
Oh no. That's funny. That's a little funny.
She says she has to rescue too many things from message-based catastrophes now.
You tell my wife she's got weak wrists.
Oh, because it made her watch vibrate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
No.
What the- Yeah, I really need to order just some 99% isopropyl. Like, I've got denatured alcohol in the other room, but I don't know if that can go through this. I don't know why it couldn't. It's alcohol.
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
Get back into New Vegas.
Yep, do it. Alright. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. And I guess I'm gonna start hand washing.
I am gonna need to turn down the volume though while I'm here.
And that's fair.
That's okay. I can do that in game.
Yeah. So Kaiser, did Harada save Tekken? And are you excited for the Waffle House stage?
Well, they did just release a new Idolmaster anime, so
Does Harada like Idolmaster?
yeah, I think there's Idolmaster costumes in Tekken.
Oh.
He wasn't like Miura, who was like known Idolmaster lover.
With back problems. And other health-based issues. It's been
Yeah,
pretty fun. You like Tekken 8 a lot. Okay, that's fair.
I'm always glad to hear that people are enjoying a new game.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it, and I was really enjoying it. And then, like, we started prepping for Gary Con, and I was like, well, no time for fighting games.
Well, you know, Gary Khan was simply too cool to not prep extremely hard for.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, at least Waffle House has culture. Bacterial culture, but culture nonetheless.
They're currently fighting to unionize, or for like.
Good.
I don't know if it's unionized, but they're definitely fight. There are some that are like striking for like better working conditions.
Darn Skippy.
Yeah, but soon that means our hash browns won't be smothered and covered. They'll just be smothered.
Smothered or covered.
Oh yeah, smothered or covered. You're right. Fighting games suck, anyways. You're not wrong. That is the age-old adage. There's a fighting game event going on right now in Chicago. Oops. Yeah, that's just a support.
Party by the number. Do, 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 do. Well, I just installed a mod that allows me to free the slaves at the fort, so I'm gonna go do that.
So, one of the other people at the shop wants me to paint one of his kill teams. And then, like, after, like, I haven't painted a single model for him. And, he's like, hey, when you're done with these, do you want to paint, like, 2 more of my kill teams for me? And I'm sitting there going, like, dude, you don't even know if you're going to like with the paint job that I'm going to give you.
It is a vote of confidence, though.
Yeah. I'm also going, man, I'm never getting, if this works out in my favor, I'm never getting any of my stuff painted again.
Yeah. Okay, that's 3 slaves freed. Why are you guys running toward the fort? That's where bad guys might kill you.
Yep, they don't care. They said, give me liberty or give me death, and they forgot that liberty meant run away. You've given them liberty, and now they're like, or death? We choose or death.
They're like, guess I'll die.
But at least at least I died a free man.
Yeah, at least I died an Avenger.
No, you you didn't actually die an Avenger.
No. All right, old Snipey.
Is that the dude at the top of the, like, dinosaur?
No, that's Boone.
Oh, okay.
Old Snipey is my sniper rifle.
Oh, okay. It could have been the same thing. Uh-oh. Hold on a sec, I gotta mute.
Oh. Hero said he's at a Dawn of the Dead screening, otherwise he'd tune in. If you're trying to mute, you have not muted. Well, I think he muted us. I feel bad. It was my... You were not muted. Tom? You're not... Oh. I only heard you, really. Okay. Oh my god.
Alright, I am unmuting.
Could they hear me?
Yes.
Oh. That's...
The stream could hear Nyx, but not me.
I didn't know that.
Nothing. Mostly just Nyx going, Tom, you're not muted.
Well, I didn't know how you were doing it.
Tom was muted where it mattered.
Yeah, but I was concerned.
What'd you say, sweetie? I really hope the microphone picked that up.
It didn't.
Yeah, it's just your Saturday night skill. Yep, is letting. It's like 3 people. It's not quite the world.
It is the world.
No. I know this is like a. How what? Zilch. I should go back and like watch the VOD of this part when we're done and see how much really got picked up.
Very little, almost nothing.
That's
I
oh, because
can't-
you're listening to the stream.
Well, I'm listening through Discord,
Okay, yeah.
and I am hearing like every maybe 8th word she says.
That's fair. The answer so far is no, sweetie. You have not.
Big fuck. Just how clumsy I am.
You? Yeah.
Just get over it, I am phenomenal.
You are well known for your clumsiness.
More so than the other thing.
Yeah. Well,
I also
By those who
at the
don't-
moment.
By those who don't know me intimately.
Yeah.
It's okay. What's the matter?
Oh, she's probably still spooked about the
on Pursuer.
the
Right?
nobody. Yeah, there's no camera over there. There's no camera on.
Well, because I was squatting in a way that very revealing.
But no, Indy's probably just concerned about the air compressor over here.
There. It does sound like Darth Vader.
No, that's my mask.
Oh. Well, regardless, I was seeing Darth Vader upstairs at one point.
Ah.
Girls' school? What things are that?
No boys allowed. No, I'll get them when I come up. Thank you, though. Yep. I'm absolutely gonna forget them.
Yeah, I guess I.
No,
I heard I absolutely.
I said I absolutely am going to forget them.
Can you get this one that's closest to you? Also, this fortune cookie wrapper. For having seen the other can is up to you.
That's fair.
Let's go to the upstairs posters. Good girl.
I don't know if this mod works as intended.
Probably not.
I'm trying to save these slaves. It's not going especially well. I did install a separate mod that allows me to de-crucify the crucified people without just mercy
them?
killing them.
The only person we're decrucifying here is Jesus Christos. Good Christian stream.
Sure. Sure. I know some Latin. Sang a lot of Latin in high school.
That's fair. I took a lot of Latin in high school.
I wish I could have taken Latin in high school. Akron Public does not offer it. Yeah, well, yeah, true to Kaiser. Whatever. True to Snuffles.
Might as well. Maybe I'll just
You
like
know
go
who
over this.
Snuffles is?
No, I don't remember Snuffles.
Snuffles is the pet mole rat you can find in Sloan.
Ah. I feel like I should do like a pink color for the wing membrane.
Yeah, I think for the top you should do like a real dark red leathery color,
Okay.
and then the underside can be a little paler
Yeah.
because it doesn't get any sun.
Okay.
and it's probably a little more vulnerable than the top side.
That's fair.
Because for some reason on fantasy creatures, wing membrane works that way.
Yep.
It's not necessarily how. Although I think bats are they have darker outsides to their wings than the insides.
Yeah, but I don't think that makes them stronger.
No. But oftentimes, like, you'll see like a fantasy creature use the outside of its wing to block something,
Yeah,
which just looks kind of silly.
it does. Almost doesn't even look like you can. It doesn't even like look as though you can. That I actually did anything on some of these parts. The wash brought it like down.
Yeah.
That's okay. I think.
I love dumb fantasy tropes.
Yeah, they're the best.
So what are dark elves like in this game?
So they are, they're evil.
Oh, well,
Um,
let's talk a minute about colorism.
They're pasty
kidding.
white.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
They are
enough.
dark elves because they are evil elves.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
I also don't have any credibility to talk about colorism.
so I'm gonna do this kind of quickly, and I'm not gonna put my mask back on. Okay. So let's see. How do I want to do this? Let's do Shadow Flesh and Warm Flesh, or Warm Flesh and Dark Warm Flesh. There we go. That'll work. So in Warhammer Fantasy, there are the High Elves, and they're the High Elves, the Wood Elves, and the Dark Elves.
With some fairly standard elf delineation.
Yeah.
Trilineation?
Shit. I think you're fine with delineation. So the High Elves live on an island. They've got like dragons and magic, and they've got like lion and phoenix imagery. The Wood Elves are hippies.
Yeah.
They're your pretty stock standard forest
Well.
elf. Yeah.
Elves.
Yeah. And then the Dark Elves are they're the evil elves, and they live in a land where there's like a whole like sub faction, or there's like not sub faction. There's kind of like they have like hydras and manticores and
Hydras are cool.
yeah.
Manticores are also really cool.
Yeah. And oops, I shouldn't have done it this way, but that's okay.
That's actually just mythological fact, by the way.
What? That
That
Hydras
both
are cool.
hydras and manticores are cool.
Yeah. So they live the problem is I don't know a whole lot about. I know more about their 40K counterpart than I do about their fantasy counterpart. But I wouldn't be surprised if they were fairly analogous to each other. And the like the goddess or god Slanesh, depending upon how you are.
God can be a gender neutral.
Yeah. Deity. The chaos god Slanesh. There's some rumors that Slanesh is going to be a lot more involved with them in Age of Sigmar going forward. That's not as good as I wanted, but that's okay.
These legionary assassins just leave me alone.
No.
I've already killed Caesar.
Too bad.
Like, it's just vengeance at this point.
Yep. But
Or sorry, they scream retribution.
Yeah. But essentially, the Dark Elves have like lizards that they ride instead of like normal like horses and shit. Or in this case, the Manticore. They've got kind of like a pain vibe, which lends some credence to Slaanesh being involved. The problem is they're in fantasy at the moment. They are, or I guess in Warhammer: The Old World, they're a legacy army. So like Games Workshop said, we're not supporting them. They're gonna get. They got.
Whoa, that was a loud sound.
What?
There was like a screech from your microphone.
Oh, that's weird. I'm sorry. Wonder.
It's fine now,
Oh,
but
weird.
it happened like right as you started talking at one point. We're good. Don't worry.
All right.
I'll let you know if it happens again.
Yeah, appreciate it. So GW basically gave them a free PDF, and the free PDF has all of the units in their army that are all based on old models, and they basically said this is all you're going to get. The delineation between what is a legacy army and what is a faction supported army in the old world appears to be what is currently a playable army in Age of Sigmar. Because they know that the model lines are fairly analogous. In fact, a lot of people, when they killed Warhammer Fantasy Battles for Age of Sigmar like a decade ago, they what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of people just took those old fantasy armies and they went with the they took them to Age of Sigmar. So now realistically you can take the Age of Sigmar models, put them into movement trays, and you can play them in the old world. So this is just one of the models. The problem is, I don't know a whole lot about the lore of the Dark Elves.
You know what? Fair.
I don't know a lot about the lore in general of the old world.
Except your dwarfs.
I still don't even know a whole lot about the dwarves. Well, in the old world also did this weird thing where it's like, hey, do you remember this point in history in all of these editions of Warhammer Fantasy that we did? And people are like, yeah, absolutely. And they're like, yeah, we're like 300 years before that.
They said, tee
Yeah.
ain't I as thinka.
Yeah. I think it's fine for the most part. Like, it lets them
Gives them some free reign.
yeah. So like
That was a glitch.
so like dwarves are getting a they're like the next big release. And the one of the things that they pointed out was that one of the models that we're getting is a younger version of an existing character in Warhammer Fantasy.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, so we're getting him when he's younger, a little bit more reckless, a little less wise, and that's pretty cool. So they're like,
Back
here,
at his rootin' tootinest.
yeah, and so they're like, we're giving him, he's getting a new model, he's getting different rules. It's to represent him at a little bit more of an aggressive side, which is really neat.
Crashed.
Oh no, what crashed?
Fallout.
Oh, okay.
As is wont to happen.
As Fallout games tend to have occur.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, we'll put that. So yeah, that's it's basically so they get to play with some things. They also, so when they first killed Warhammer Fantasy the first time, they did this big long, like year-long event called the End Times, and they released like 3 or 4 books that were like, the God of Death Nagash is back. He's coming up and he's like raising undead armies, and and it's cool as hell.
I needed to make more airbrush paint than I did. And so they ended the old they called it the world that was,
And now we enter the world that is.
which they've called the Mortal Realms. They basically sundered the world, and now there are essentially like planes of existence, where Sigmar, the god referenced throughout Warhammer Fantasy, turns out he's real, and he can hurt you, because he sends in his Stormcast Eternals, which are
Who are cool. Who are cool.
they're nerds,
I know about them.
they're giant nerds.
That's why they're cool.
To fight in these mortal realms and like reunite his people and drive back chaos and blah 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 blah. And every release, like every big release that they do, is a new like campaign or is a new like adjustment to the storyline. And so Age of Sigmar 4th edition is coming out this summer, and they revealed it with this like a couple of weeks of trailers where they're like, Sigmar lied, and we're like, and we hear squeaks and rat sounds, and we're like, hell yeah, what did he lie about?
Good stuff.
And so the cool thing about the Stormcast Eternals is these are warriors that have fallen in battle and have been rescued by Sigmar in some way. Like their souls have been rescued. And he reforges their souls into new bodies that get continuously reforged as they fall in battle over and over and over, which is why they're called Eternals. So they released a new, or they will be releasing a new type of Stormcast that are that have been reforged over and over and over and over, and are losing their humanity.
Yeah, you were telling me about this.
Which is kind of cool. Mechanically in the games, it just means, look, aren't we the cool badasses?
They're different colors now.
No, they just have different helmets.
Oh.
I wish it was something like they had different colors.
Now they're blue.
Different flavor of not Space Marine.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah.
That's Games Workshop. They're like, that do anything for you?
What if we move the needle this way?
I would be a lot more interested in a Warhammer 40k if Warhammer in general. If like, I like the idea of the conflict of like law versus chaos. I think that's a good thing. It's a good idea for a conflict, a central conflict.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like when like both sides of it are just like terrible.
Yeah.
It's a lot less interesting.
You would probably like a little bit. You would probably like more along the lines of like Age of Sigmar or Fantasy in that regard. Then
I like Shin Megami Tensei, whose entire video game franchise revolves around the idea of law versus chaos.
I think you made the right call on like darker on the outer part and then paler on the inside. I think that's
Yeah, it's just
really
something
good.
I see in some things.
I'm probably gonna have to go back. I'm probably going to like hand paint in the desert yellow and like redo the spines and the underside because I'm getting a little bit more paint there than I'd
That
like.
white on there, yeah. Oh, you know, these things happen.
Yeah.
That's my Bob Ross's happy accidents thing. Things happen.
Yeah, they do.
No biggie. No big.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there are probably a few more things in probably a few things in Age of Sigmar that are like, okay, yeah, everyone sucks with regards to like law and chaos or order and chaos, but it's less stark, or maybe I just don't know enough of the lore.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I certainly know almost nothing.
All of the lore that I knew about Warhammer Fantasy disappeared when they killed the entire universe.
Well,
All right, I think I'm gonna.
you know, that's still an impressive feat to kill an entire universe.
Yeah, it is.
Sniper rifle.
Shit. All right,
Me and my little buddy Eddie are gonna go across the wasteland. I got Danny Trejo to go back to being a gunslinger.
Good.
His outfit is ridiculous.
Yep.
I did not know that. I've never done it before.
There's a little bit too much. What is that making? Oh, it's reverberating against my. Okay. I think I'm just about done with the airbrush. Unless I decide to do something with the tail in the airbrush. Yeah. I technically
You instead of like the red, like I was suggesting, if you decided to go for like a peanut butter brown color, I
yeah,
think that could work. Something brown.
on the tail?
Yeah, like something brown and shiny.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like if you really gloss the hell out of the tail.
I'll probably gloss it anyways, but I think I might. I was thinking I might do.
Not peanut butter. That's a bad analogy, but like maybe like a caramely.
That's fair. I mean, I was thinking like, I was thinking kind of magenta-y.
Magenta, huh?
Yeah, and then what I can,
Whoa!
what?
Your mic just screeched again.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know what's causing it. That's got to be something on the
Yeah.
hardware side of things. Let's close that.
It was.
Uh,
Whew,
Sorry.
spooked me. Did you hear Kaiser? Are you still there? Did you hear that? It was.
I'm not hearing a screeching,
Okay.
which means it's on the
Then-
Discord side.
Yeah, it could be me entirely, to be honest. The headset I'm using is not the best.
Is it Bluetooth?
No.
Oh, okay.
I could switch to my Bluetooth headset though, because that is generally better quality.
I usually have like weird audio feedback issues when I'm using my Bluetooth headphones, but I am not tonight.
Thank you for your input, Kaiser. Much appreciated. If it happens again, I will simply try to ignore it. But yeah, like the idea of like law versus chaos is something I find generally more interesting than like good versus evil.
Yeah, because law.
But I like it when. Oh, go ahead.
I say because law can be evil, chaos can be good.
Yeah, I especially like when both sides are presented as having point.
Yeah.
But like in Warhammer, and I understand this is the intent. So like it is working as designed.
Mm-hmm.
But like saying like both extremes are bad
Yeah.
is a take, but it kind of sucks when there's no middle points represented.
Yeah. Yeah. I told you about one of the like Space Marine legions and why they betrayed the Emperor, right? Because they're like,
Yeah, you were telling me all about that.
yeah, if we do this, humanity dies, but so do these fucking chaos gods. And and everyone wins in the end, except for those chaos gods, and I guess humanity. But that's a risk that we're willing to take.
That is a sacrifice we are willing to make.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so SMT 4 doesn't really have much of a law or chaos, and well, no, SMT 4 does. SMT 4 Apocalypse
Does not.
does not. It's mostly just like two endings. It's like betray your friends, don't betray your friends.
Only one of these is presented as a good choice.
Yeah, it's that one's pretty binary, I will say.
Sounds about right. I think I've got a friend that's played it.
They're good. I really like Apocalypse a lot. It's not terribly popular, but I like it. But like, 3 is the only Nocturne is the only game that like fully bucks the whole trend. Because Nocturne is like, what if we just do away with law and chaos in general and just have like specific ideologies represent the different endings of the game? And like they're wild. Let me see if I can find what those are.
Okay. You are right. Ice never shuts up about SMT, except when he does, which has been a lot less recently because there hasn't really been a whole lot in the way of SMT stuff.
Well, 5 is getting that re-release.
Yeah. He's actually. What's he been doing? He's been playing Tekken. Why aren't you two playing Tekken, Kaiser? Fight him in Tekken.
Apparently, the 6 endings in SMT3 Nocturne are based in Nietzschean philosophy,
That
which
tracks.
is, ooh boy. The true demon ending is you reject every reason and the idea of God, good and evil. You surpass love, giving up your humanity to become something greater based purely on your power. There's the world of silence, where there's development and peace, but no free will. The independence ending, that everybody gets their own little world, but like there's no
That's the
contact
Mormon
with
ending.
anything else. Yeah, but there's like never any contact at all between these. There's some social Darwinist stuff where like only the strong survive. It's like none of these endings are good. Just go punch God.
Yeah. Alright. We're gonna do a burnt sienna on his hair.
I don't even know what the endings are like in SMT5. I never even finished it.
I know there's like
I know.
law, chaos, and
Neutral.
yeah.
And then there's the bad ending, which is just neutral, but you didn't do it right.
Yeah.
Neutral, but you did not complete the prerequisite quest. And that's one of my issues I've been having with like a couple SMT games, where it's just like, yeah, law and chaos endings are like endings, but they are pretty clearly inferior to the neutral ending.
That's why like I never got the gold. I never like finished Persona 4 because I was like, well, I'm gonna get all of these like little sub endings, and then I'm like, I'll shoot for the golden ending, and I'm like, I don't want to play this game for another 30 days. And I was like,
Yeah,
I played this thing
at
for
least
100
Persona 5's ending. Persona 5's ending's a lot like Persona SMT4 Apocalypse's ending. Narc on your friends or don't narc on your friends.
The answer is don't narc on your friends.
Yeah.
Though
Don't
that,
be a cop.
though that one's probably like presented as a bad ending.
Don't narc on your friends?
Yeah.
No, that was presented as the only way to get the good ending.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you guys have been criminals this entire game. Would you like to literally rat out your entire party?
Yep. YOLO.
Bad end. Bad end.
That's fine. Man, why is this not focusing? There we go.
Video game philosophy sure is fun, though. Haha.
Tee hee hee.
That is a very Simba main color.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna probably wash it and then dry brush that color back over it.
It'll look nice.
That's what I'm hoping for.
You think there's a big sky manticore that tells this manticore to remember who he is?
Maybe. I don't know enough about Manticore lore.
Mantalore, if you will,
Yep.
which I won't.
If I had a few more drinks in me, I might. And I have no drinks
Were
in
you?
me.
I was about to say, were you sipping with the lady, with the
No.
the wife, the
No,
old lady?
I had some gelato before.
Oh,
It was like sea salt hold on.
yeah. Kira was telling me about it earlier. I really want it.
It was like layered. Which
Okay.
is like I would have preferred if everything was just mixed in. It was salted caramel truffle gelato. So like it had a couple of like it had like 4 layers and you had to dive down to the bottom to get the final layer. And so it's like you've just like massacred this entire cup of gelato.
Oh, you massacred my boy.
Yeah. I'm hoping that I can get enough
Oh, I
time.
didn't realize you changed your matte color.
Yeah.
That looks so much nicer.
It came like Wednesday or Thursday, I think.
It looks lovely.
Yeah, I was looking for something that helps with because like, oh, I think it came Wednesday. Um, but like I was
Easier on the eyes.
yeah, so I was looking for something that helped with the color balance a lot better. Um,
And a neutral is going to be better for that than.
yeah, like I tried painting on Tuesday with the or maybe I even finished it up in the middle of brush hour on Monday. But I was like, man, this keeps throwing off the colors when I'm looking at it, and it's messing me up. And I'm like, I'm gonna look and see if I can find a black one for like the same price that I got the green one. And I did.
Well, now you've got an extra.
Yep.
I only have a little itty bitty one.
Well,
It's
if
like
you
6 inches.
yeah, say if you're ever over here painting, you're free to use the green one.
Thanks. Yeah, I've got like a 6-inch little one. It's like super rigid, a little warped because I got it from Temu, but it's pink. And I really like those dice I got earlier.
Yeah, they're nice dice.
Those white ones.
I haven't been talking to anyone from the Discord in like 9 months. Well, it's also because you left the Discord. We got ours in there now. You left, he joined. We traded one cranky father for another.
Cranky dads.
Mm-hmm. Except all he talks about is programming socks and Linux distros.
What?
I'll send you a GIF.
Okay.
Well, wait, hold on. Which part was the what towards?
I thought programming socks was a trans thing.
That's the joke.
Oh.
Like half the people in this fighting game Discord are programmers of some stripes, so every so often one of us will just throw out a GIF of the quote-unquote programmer socks. And I was like, y'all are being real fucking nerdy in here.
Fair.
When are you ordering these?
Because we have to support our friends. Why is there a random Freeside thug in the middle of New Vegas?
Because he's just vibing.
Well, like they're assaulting the local population.
Yeah. He's vibing by his standards, not your standards, Nix.
There's a lot of them all of a sudden. What in the heck? Eat plasma,
Damn.
which is objectively terrible in this game.
Plasma's like one of the best things in Warhammer, which is funny.
Is it?
Yeah, so like the beyond your so the Imperial Guard get las rifles, which are just little laser guns. Or I should say, they get las weaponry, which are essentially just angry flashlights. The Space Marines get bolters, which are rocket-propelled grenade bullets.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that is spicy.
the fake science behind them is wild.
I love some good fake science.
Yeah, and then everyone, well, every human-based army, so Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, etc., can get their hands on plasma, melta, and the plasma and melta flamers and las cannons, which are actually good lasers and not like crappy lasers like the las rifles. But plasma is thematically really cool because it overheats. And
She was also a pretty good drag queen on this season of Drag Race. Won 2 challenges.
Plasma guns can sometimes overheat too much and do damage to the guy wielding it. So like my Imperial Navy breachers, so plasma guns in like Kill Team, you have the option of overcharging it, so it'll overheat, but it's like more powerful plasma, and then
Okay.
or you can be a bitch and not overcharge your plasma gun, and in which case it's
Oh, so it's like Barbarians and 5e
yeah,
and Reckless Attack.
yep. Admittedly,
I
I'm
get it.
often a bitch with my plasma, because my plasma gunner is really good, and so I want to keep him around a while. So I really only like overcharge when I'm like I need a kill.
Nice.
Man, I'm gonna be really bummed if the client doesn't like the Manticore.
Well, he should have given you some direction.
He should have, and I also should have asked for some. Like
Well,
I
he
know
didn't
that.
offer it.
Yeah, I know that like the elf is gonna have some purples, because that's kind of like the army's standard color scheme.
Gotcha.
But everything else is gonna be a little bit. Everything else on the elf is gonna be kind of like cold metals and purples.
I wonder how many Legion sites there are around this setting.
17.
Well, then I'm going to go clear out 17 Legion sites. I know it doesn't do anything. It does make me feel happy, though.
If those Roman cosplayers could read, they'd be very upset.
I'm gonna go kill some legionaries. True to Kaisar, by which I mean be also dead.
So mean.
Yeah, well, that's what they get for being slavers.
It's fair. Alright, I need to... It's gonna be a weird angle, so I'm just gonna pull this off cam a little bit and just try to get this painted.
So yeah, the reason plasma's not very good in New Vegas is because it takes twice the ammo as regular laser weapons,
Mm-hmm.
and they do more damage than laser weapons, but the projectiles also just travel slower.
Ah.
So as a result, you're kind of just less likely to hit.
Even with things like bats?
Vats will help, but like you don't always have the action points.
I always have the action points for bats.
Not if you're using Vats all the time.
Infinite bats.
Infinivats.
Mm-hmm. And
The thing I like about plasma weapons
Not
though is sometimes they turn people into goo.
yep, that is cool. Goo people. Goo people.
Once were people, but now are goo.
Yep.
Hi, Eddie.
Shit.
I love how sometimes Bethesda NPCs will have like special lines that you only get to hear if you try to talk to them while they're moving, and they're just like, "Fuck off and let me get to where I'm going."
Never.
And I'm like, I don't wanna. I wanna talk to you now.
I'm going to your grave. We can do it here. Almost feel like I should have airbrushed the main. With how awful some of these spots are to reach.
That's gonna be rough, yeah. Oh, boo-hoo, I gained some Caesar's Legion infamy. I'll make up for it next run when I decide to do my evil run. I think one of the most messed up things that the Legion does, besides the slavery and the crucifixion, is that they'll just like put mines underneath dead bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how many times I've triggered those.
I'm really glad that whoever printed this model cleaned it up really well of all of the supports before they sold it to this person.
Did they?
No.
Oh.
There's supports all over this fucking thing. This
Are
hair
there?
is a mess.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that now.
Yeah.
On the top, it looks good.
Yeah, it's because it's probably because it was printed like this, like upside down, so it all
Yeah.
came out relatively easily, and the only part that was difficult to clean support-wise was the shit underneath in the hair.
That's why you don't print it on a base.
No, they didn't print it on a base,
Oh,
thankfully.
okay.
But
That would've
you
been even
still,
worse.
yeah, you still generally you're gonna want to print the model upside down or at an angle of some sort.
I like his goatee.
Thanks. It's distinguished.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with these fucking spines up in his head. Probably just paint them black. It's also missing an ear.
Well, you could paint them the same color you're going to paint the tail.
I could, but I think
Bring a clarity of concept through the whole, like a connection through the whole thing.
maybe.
Anything chitinous should be about the same color.
Yeah.
Or like the hardest part, like the parts of the wings that are like on bone. You
Yeah.
could paint them the same color as that.
Well, I was thinking like the toe claws and the claws on the wings were gonna be like black gray.
Okay, well then you could, yeah, definitely do Like anything like keratin based should be about the same color.
Yeah, but I think for like these like scales that he's got on the like the sides and under the wing that lead back to the tail, I think they're gonna be a like a dark earthy brown.
Yeah, they don't look like they're the same material as the tail though,
No,
because
but they
they're
do
not.
feed into it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Sometimes sculptors just be sculpting shit.
Damn. True, true. Big if true.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do just be saying stuff. I should practice for when I'm on the Goodman Games channel. I'll just say dang.
Dang big if true.
Dang. Big, enormous if veritable.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, send a couple of work in progress shots to the client. Let's see.
That's good.
Yeah. That was before I started painting the what you call it? The main, so we'll see.
Do. Medulla oblongata. What a wonderful phrase. I've been like really careful about which mods I add to this game because I want it to still be recognizably Fallout.
Yeah.
I get like vaguely frustrated with people who like mod the games to the point of like them not being the same game anymore. But like I do have enough shit going on that I genuinely forgot like how fast I move sometimes.
Oh fuck! I should have like painted. I should have airbrushed that. Maybe if I just sort of dry brush it, will be all right. Fucking manticore.
So why when I asked you that question earlier about the drinks your D&D characters would be,
Oh, why did I pick whiskey and whiskey?
yeah, whiskey and whiskey.
Well, so because Maul is incredibly American.
Oh, is he?
No.
Eberron, America.
Yep.
More than you know.
Yeah, and Bragi is more European.
That's fair. Kira and I were talking about it while we were at the store, and we decided that we figured that Bragi would be like some sort of spiced or mulled mead
That's fair.
because it's super Norse.
Yeah.
We also decided that Bauble's alcohol is what you get when you empty the pouring mats at the end of the night.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah, but it's also correct.
Again.
We also thought that Victor was probably some sort of like Jaeger. Some sort of alcohol famous for leading to bad decisions.
Tequila.
Yeah. Although I did say that if he was a specific drink, he'd probably be a Jaeger bomb
Yeah.
because Red Bull on the back of it says don't mix with alcohol.
Yeah.
We were not meant to live as a people.
Nope. Yeah, fuck, there's so many supports on this thing that are just... Fuck. So many
How long did you
supports
plan on
there.
streaming tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I try to go like an hour 45, 2 hours on weeknights, but it's the weekend, all weekend
Yeah,
long.
you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You already spent time with your wife today.
Not much, but I did spend some.
She's already asleep.
She probably is. Oh no, I think I still hear her upstairs.
Well, she would have been asleep if she hadn't been dealing with the wine crisis.
Yeah, she's currently washing her shirt.
Trying to get the wine out before it sets.
Yep. Which also means I probably need to take a break unless she asked me to deal with that.
I
But if
haven't
it
seen
needs,
it in the chat.
yeah, I would say if it needs to go in the dryer, then I've got clothes in the dryer, so I need to take those out. I mean, should take them out anyways because I need to fold it.
I'm gonna mute and be right back.
Okay. What is dark crimson? That might be good. Maybe the brown gray. Ooh, the dark crimson is glossy. Hell yeah. Where's the Sex Wish paints? That's a good scorpion reference. Alright. Ooh, petroleum brown. What do you look like? Ooh. I think I found my color. Let's play with it. Heavy Wormlight. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's like a good bone color. Advanced flesh tone, green oxide, dark burgundy, and dark sea. I don't know what dark sea Ben is, but it says dark green glow, so. Whoop. Petroleum brown. Oop. Would help if I did this. That took off the seal for my protection. Ah! God damn it. Keep doing that. It keeps coming out of my hands. Oh, that could be good. It's not really coming up on the camera too well. But let's see what happens, right? It's a glossy paint. Let's get weird. God, it almost looks metallic. Alright. So I'm probably just going to treat it as such. It's glossy. I don't want to mix metallic flakes into it. Probably should just probably should use a bigger brush on this. I'm gonna have to definitely do a couple of coats. Or what I can do in the future is undercoat with like brown and then paint this on top of it. Since it's glossy, I'm assuming it's probably got some level of like transparency to it. We'll see. Yeah, I think this is gonna need a second coat, or at least a brown undercoat if I want to use it for brown. And then I can probably experiment with like other colors. Definitely sounds like my wife is still awake.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Chase called
Uh-huh.
and he was like, "How's your day?" And I was like, "Oh, it's good." And I was like, I'm going to show you a picture of what I cooked today. And I sent him a picture after having told him several times today what I was making. And he sees the picture and goes, "Is that chicken?"
Yep, that's chicken.
I went, "You hate me."
That's funny.
I also decided to tell him. I was like, you hate non-binary people. It's okay.
Damn.
And he's like, oh, what? And I was like, yeah, you hate not. I was like, I'm non-binary. You hate non-binary people that have no beans.
Yeah. Explains why he likes cats so much. Full
Well,
of
they have beans. Yeah, they have toe beans.
So
He does love children's media, and the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme song includes the name or the line "We're full of beans."
That's true. I don't actually know if that's true.
It is.
So it's hard to see, but I found a paint. So Procryl released a couple more signature paint lines. All of people who paint on YouTube, for the most part, or Twitch or whatever, and I picked them up earlier this week, probably Tuesday or maybe last week, when I was at Jack, and one of the paints is a glossy paint, and it is petroleum brown. And so I'm using it on the like scaly bits just to try it out.
Oh.
I think this is doing what I want, but I don't think it's doing it dark enough.
So you might need to do like an undercoat.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to do an undercoat.
Yeah, I see that.
But I figure I might as well just kind of finish this off and then like block out the browns with this essentially, and then I can come back in with like my warm brown or my mahogany or whatever I want.
That was mahogany.
It's a nice mahogany. But I think it's doing the effect that I want. Like it's creating some good contrast between the fur.
Yeah, it's kind of zebra. Not zebra. It's kind of giraffe colored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the other thing I was thinking
Giraffe's
of.
Caffey.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking, pulling some inspiration from giraffes or other big cats besides Simba here.
Okay. I need you to re-examine that statement.
I said giraffes or other big cats like Simba.
I know, but
I know, giraffes, not big cats. I'm well aware. And it sounded like that's what I was implying.
Yes. Oh, there's some scales on the base of the wings there. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, it gives a really cool like, hey, the wing connects here with the body, which I think is really nice.
That does make it seem like it would be difficult to move the wing, though.
Yeah.
With how thick those scales are.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. He's probably just in pain every time he flaps his wings.
Does it hurt?
Yep.
Every time.
Every time he dials 1-800, are you flapping?
Yeah. He's like Wolverine every time he pops his claws.
Yep. So, this has had some time to dry, and I think it's got like basically 1.5 coats over there. I don't know, like, I like the color of it, but I don't know if I like the glossiness of it.
I kind of do. It reminds me of like real bug chitin.
Okay. Well, then we'll keep going with this. Obviously,
like I think that's how scorpions look. They have like
That's true. They do.
a weirdly glossy, hard look to them.
Yeah. So I also think
Okay.
I think I figured out the color that I want for the tail.
Yeah.
It's another glossy paint.
Uh-huh.
And it's dark crimson.
Ooh.
It might just be like a blood effect paint, but we're gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, worth a shot. I did post that like scorpion reference image in our group chat.
Yeah. Took a look at it when you stepped away. They definitely do have that kind of like, they seem oily.
Yeah. A lot of bugs do.
Yeah.
I don't like bugs.
That's valid.
It's known.
The only bugs you like are Bugs Life?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And bug Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's a Batman thing. I respect what I fear.
Oh shit, there's some over here too.
back in like end of Gen 5 competitive battling, I used to run a little bug type mono team.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to say like I used to use that line all the time. It's like a Batman thing. I respect what I fear.
Yeah, but then you had Volcarona, and they're like, yeah, no, we get it.
Yeah. Teehee. Scorpions are neat though. I just would about die if I saw one in real life though.
I have seen one in real life. Thankfully, there was a
Ugh.
nice pane of glass between
Well,
it and me.
that's fair. I do mean in contexts where that is not the case.
Yeah.
I have seen scorpions in zoos and such.
Yeah. Multiple coats is definitely what I need for this.
Yeah.
Maybe even 3.
Glossy, ticky tacky,
Mm-hmm.
tactile.
Yeah. The problem is as soon as I like varnish this with matte varnish, it's gonna dull it a bit,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
You can just regloss them.
I can, yeah. I've got gloss varnish.
Yeah. That'll work.
Mm-hmm.
I like spot glossing a lot.
Yeah.
I used it to like really fun effect on a troll's back
Nice.
to make it look like the warts and blisters were like oozing and it was gross.
That is the. I love doing that stuff.
Yeah. It's a really simple little trick even I can do.
So, in the like in like the early 2010s, Games Workshop had a competitor that was still small, but like it was like competitive rule sets, good model sculpts, good price. You know, a lot of the things that GW was not at that time. And much like Games Workshop, they were publishing their own magazine at the time. And that magazine, I may still have the issue somewhere, but they had an issue on like how to do, like they were like talking about like painting effects and stuff. And one of the painting effects was like adding drool to your models.
Oh yeah, you told me about this. How you'll use like dog hair.
Yeah, they said cat hair.
Yeah, any sufficiently fine hair will do.
Mm-hmm. And it was cool. I think it's a really neat trick. And then you just put a little dab of super glue and stick it to the mouth, and good to go.
Yeah, I tried it on a spider I painted once to give it like little globs of venom coming out of its fang.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work super well, to be honest.
Yeah, this is coming along nicely.
But it was my first time trying it, so.
Yeah. I think all these little like bits and baubles that are hanging off here, like that's clearly a skull. There's a skull here. That's a metal hook. Oh, you know what? That's more chitin shite.
Is that?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
it's like one chunk and it's coming through it.
Oh, great.
Yeah. That's okay. Mm.
That is a weird sculpting choice. I'm settling on like as much as I like the scales, it doesn't like super track to me.
Yeah. I think some of this is also the person that assembled the model could have assembled it a little better. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wings don't really sit like how you would expect. Like, there's gaps, so either that means that there's something like this wasn't put on right, or
Oh, that is a huge gap on the one wing.
it's big on both of them. I can see daylight
Yeah.
through them. Hello, you can see the glove through it.
Yeah. Pretty rough.
Yeah,
Yeah, something looks like it wasn't assembled properly,
yeah. So I don't know.
or
if,
maybe printed properly.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if the model was assembled properly or if the
Are
model
those the wings for the model?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because they've got the scales on the
Yeah.
wings.
Yeah, it's weird for sure.
But yeah, it doesn't look like the wings, as printed, have like contour to the sculpt appropriately.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like it's necessarily the person that built it, so much as also the person who sculpted it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Which is double interesting because you'd think they would have just sculpted the whole thing together.
Yeah. And then like
Maybe there are some tolerance issues in
maybe
the printer,
and then maybe like broke it down at the end.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
Not me.
Same.
I don't know shit.
Me either. I don't know shit about fuck.
I do know fuck about shit though.
Well, that's good. That makes one of us. Alright, so... Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna base coat this in brown. I don't actually know if I'm on camera or not. But I am. Barely, but I am. Yeah, this is actually probably something I should have base coated in brown with the airbrush, but live and learn, live and learn. I would say that I'm still incredibly new with an airbrush, despite how long I've had this one.
Well, just because you've had something for a long time doesn't mean you've used it and become an expert in it.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to carry that that petroleum brown into the tail, and then it's going to go up to like the top here, and then I might try to wet blender glaze the dark crimson and the petroleum brown together and work the dark crimson to the tip. Though I may actually do this with the undercoat stuff and kind of help build my gradients beforehand. I don't know. I'm an okay miniature painter, but I don't think I'm great with the art side of things. Like, I think I do alright. I think I do alright, you know?
Yeah, I think you do great. Yeah, I really like. I like the sculpt of the tail. It's a good sculpt of the
I
tail.
do too, yeah. It's a bit of a pain to paint because of all the ridges, so like things catch. Like it's gonna be it would be great for like a contrast paint or like.
It'd be great to dry brush.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Is that it's gonna be great to dry brush. Oh damn. Been going for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only thing I would need right now is just like a can of soda or something to just kind of keep going. And I'm in a bit of a
Wet the
groove.
whistle.
Yeah. I don't really want to stop.
Well, if I were there, I would have grabbed it for you.
Yeah,
But
that's alright. I can always put the show onto BRB and go run upstairs and get it. I heard Kira about 10 minutes ago.
not even that you'd really. It wouldn't take that long.
No,
I
I could
doubt
literally
you'd need
just,
to put
like,
it on
walk
BRB.
away, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen streamers take full-on bathroom breaks and just leave things going.
Mhm. Yeah, I think the half the reason why I have the BRB is because I got the whole like Twitch setup from Elena when
Fair.
she was stepping back from video production. She's like, "I'll still do it if you need me to," and I was like, "I can run a stream. I've been there. I've done that." And she's like, "Okay." I also told her, I was like, "The vibe was weird the first episode without you there." I was like, "But you are more than welcome if you want to, like, come hang out." So no, I know I shouldn't be, but I'm thinking about this like paint job in like price per hour or like dollars per hour, and I was like, damn,
Yeah.
if I get this thing done tonight, it's technically a pretty
Would-
nice paycheck
Would be pretty nice.
in terms of like what I'm being paid versus the number of hours that I'm.
Did the guy respond to your progress pics?
No, so I'm not gonna.
It is pretty late.
Yeah, yeah, and I sent it to him almost an hour ago. So
Yeah.
I fully don't expect to hear from him until tomorrow,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
I wish somebody out there was making 3D sculpts of like the SMT demons. There are some ones that I would love to have like miniatures of.
I'm really surprised that there isn't.
There might be, and I just haven't looked right in the right places.
Yeah.
But like, I do feel like some of the artists, the original artists whose
Mhm.
name is escaping me suddenly, art style is so like cool and unique that it would be a really awesome thing. Like, remember that Satan
Yeah.
with the boobies? I just think it would be super cool to have like a miniature of that I could paint
Yeah.
and slap down on a table and be like, haha,
Roll for initiative, fuckers.
fight Satan, guys.
No, we're just gonna attack and dethrone God. I'm sure he's cool with that.
Oh, well, fair. In a lot of these games, though, you gotta, if you want to attack and dethrone God, Satan counts as his agent in the long run.
Yep. I'm actually gonna be really bummed if I get done with this tail and the guy's like, nah, I don't like that tail.
Oh,
I'm like, oh,
guess I'll go fuck myself.
yeah. I'm glad that like some of the people at the shop are starting to take me up on my painting services. Not
You
that I'm
work,
like super.
You've
super
done
great.
official Goodman Games work.
I have not. I have painted on their channel, but I've not done work.
Yeah, but
for
that's
them.
official Goodman Games work. Anything painted on that channel is official Goodman Games work.
I didn't get a
Not
chance.
by virtue of like commission, but it's work done officially for Goodman Games.
I'm actually really bummed that the guy that has the license to the Dungeon Crawl Classics minis wasn't
Yeah.
at Gary Con.
You could have asked.
Fully expected him. Well, I was gonna buy some if he was there and just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
paint these on the Goodman Games channel."
It would have been so cool.
It would have. I mean, I can still buy them. I've got his website, but
Maybe you could reach out
maybe.
and like ask like, "Hey, I'm doing this like for the Goodman Games channel."
Yeah.
Maybe he'd be willing to cut like a deal.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
And you can always preface that with like I understand that you're like, you deserve to make money.
Yeah.
I'd love to pay. Like, I was just wondering if there might be some sort of agreement we could come to.
Yeah. Like, I'm not asking for models for free, but
But if you wanted to potentially offer a discount, I wouldn't say no.
I also fully understand if the answer is no.
Yeah.
Oops. A little bit grungier on that side.
It's nice.
Yeah, but it's not as grungy as I was on that side, so I'm a
No.
little... I'm a little like, it's gotta be even. Despite the fact that this is a magical monster and does not have to be even.
It's magic.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll just like do some stippling on the other side to like kind of grunge it up a little bit on that side too. Yeah, might as well. All right, that I think looks pretty good. All right, whoop. Let's get a slightly bigger brush. Actually, where's bone? Oh, he did respond just a minute
What did
ago.
he say?
He said, "Oh wow, looking good."
Nice.
Let's see. I'm gonna send him a picture of the glossy chitin parts.
I just hit a brick wall, so I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Okay. Have a good night, Nix.
You as well. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Alright. Oh, right. I was going to do some glazing first. Or wet blending. Alright, let's try to get some of this petroleum brown onto the spots that are now actually undercoated with the brown. And see how that tends to work. Oh, that's already looking like it's going to be better. Alright, so definitely need to undercoat the brown first. Ran out of dry paper towel. This is definitely going to need a second coat of the glossy brown. That's okay. I never said I was the best painter, but I did say I was a painter. Kaiser, are you still here? I'm not actually like watching. I don't actually have any metrics on who's in stream anymore. Oh, you know what? That's kind of interesting. That's alright, I'll leave that there. Assuming he left. That's okay. It was nice talking to him. Been a minute, so you know. It's like gross and disgusting, and I love it. I think the only thing that would make this better is if I could figure out how to... Well, I could do the, like, drool method. It's not like I don't have plenty of dog hair. And I could just mix it with, like, I could just mix it with, like gloss varnish, and like I've got this like glossy green. Yeah, I should go find some dog hair. probably gonna kind of end stream after I get done with this part of the tail. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I think it'd be cool if the I think it'd be cool if the tail had a little bit of venom hanging off of it. Okay, it's not quite a blood effect, that's good. Definitely gonna need multiple coats of this. But the effect that I want is basically there. I'm gonna let that dry, but I am going to strong tone wash. Oh, that's dark tone. I wonder if that was looking really bad. I'm gonna strong tone wash the beard, and then I think that might be where I call it, but we'll see. Strong tone, good. Okay. Like, I think it's one of the, like, I know that I'm painting this for another individual, and I probably should be doing things like layering and highlighting, but like, this is how I paint. This is what I do, you know? I also have a feeling there's a little bit of either the gloss paint in the brush still, or some of the glazing medium. We'll find out. I mean, this is gonna get hit with a matte varnish anyways, so. And I keep finding frickin' supports. I'm gonna be very upset. But I will dry brush this when I'm done. Yeah, this almost looks like the frickin', almost looks like the petroleum. I think there's still some crud in my brush. Maybe I should change brushes for this. I know it's strong tone and not soft tone, but so this is gonna be a little darker, but there's a lot more like schmutz, it feels like, in the pieces that are like I'm washing. Oh shit, he's got some of that chitin on the front, so I guess I need to paint that too. That's fine. I don't mind. Like I've kind of got the recipe down. You can sort of see with the tail here. Oh yeah, that's looking real nice. I'm not worrying about the horns just yet, because, again, I mean, one, there's fucking a lot of them. I think if I was to paint it, like, to print and paint this model from the get-go, I would like clip the horns or something. There's so many of them, and I don't think they really add anything to the model. But that's okay. It's been a fun paint so far, otherwise. Like, I really like how it's turning out. Just had to go watch The Lion King first. And play some Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I don't know if anyone's still watching, but what do you think? Do I need the a second coat of the crimson? I don't think I do. I think that looks good. Maybe just some of the raw crimson so it's glossy. Because that's the thing, is mixing with that glazing medium kind of killed the shine. Am I not streaming? 3 minutes. There we go. Ah, I completely missed it, but Roger Wilco, thank you for the follow. Don't know if you're still watching, but appreciate it. Dropping frames, jumped after Twitch being Twitch. Okay. I know if this was my model, I'd suddenly be very tempted to just paint everything, all of the reds in that glossy crimson. That is glossy, right? Yeah, crimson gloss. Silly me. Yeah, there's just parts I can't reach. This is a model that definitely would have benefited from not being attached to the base before he was painted. But that's okay. If I had thought about it, I probably would have and could have detached him from the base first. But that's on me, not on the client. All right. That's not good. Whoop. That brush is stiff. Wonder if it was from the gloss and I just didn't wash it well enough. We just need a little bit of that gloss. So I don't have much left to paint with that color. Shadow. No, it wasn't Shadow Flash. I feel like it's literally this color. Burnt orange. Oh no, it's burnt sienna. Where did my burnt sienna go? There you go. Okay. Wow. 4 viewers. Heck yeah. Hi guys. Thanks for stopping by. Just painting a Manticore for Warhammer the Old World. It's for a guy at the game store that I play at. Didn't really give me any instructions beyond the like army scheme for the elf, so I've been painting this guy like evil Simba. Should have gone with like it's what we wanted. Yeah. So the problem is like this is not a little bit too wet. I washed a bunch of brushes. Might be done for the night. Pretty good stopping point though, you know? Got the wings pretty much done, got a lot done, just got some small details and the rider to finish up. So, let me come over here and let's find someone to raid. Who is on the Warhammer? I'm doing square bases. Painting and building Emperor's Children. This paint tastes funny. Anybody I follow? Painting? No. Hey, look at that. There I am. That sounds like a good painting. Let's go check a look at that. Gotta sit through. Looks like he's painting. Oh, he's painting Jedi. Okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead. Man, I don't even know any of these people. Alright, let's go raid. Sure, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, German. I don't speak German. Maybe we won't raid anyone tonight. Yeah, alright. Alright. Yep. Have a good night, everyone.